Coming in hot. Coming in hot.
Hello everyone and welcome to today's tutorial. Now we have been given a part to develop. It has a height of 45 millimeters, a base side of 60 millimeters, and a radius of 20 millimeters. Alright, so let's start. Now the first thing we are going to do is to divide the circle into 12 parts. By that, I'm going to pick the radius. The radius has been given to us as 20. I'm going to pick, okay, I have it already. I'm going to pick 20. Then I'm going to stand at the four corners and divide it into 12 parts. Then finally, alright, next I'm going to join them with a switch edge. Alright, so I'm done dividing it into 12 parts. Let me add this one. And finally this. Alright, next I'm going to number them. So let me start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10, 12. Next, I'm going to join the corner points to the edges of the square. So let's start. This. Alright, so you are done joining them. Now let's number them. Let's number the corners. So you have here to be A, here to be B, here to be C, and here to be D. Alright, so next we need the true length of these lines and how to develop the surface development part. But then we know A, B, AD, DC, and CB are the true lengths. That one is fine. But then B7, B6, B5, B4, and the rest are not actually the true length. So we need to find the true length. So what you are going to do is you are going to pick the distance. But before we start, we know these 2 points, these two lines are the same. That's the same way these two lines are also the same, and it goes through. And these two lines too are also the same. That's the same way these two lines too are also the same, and it goes through. Right, so next you are going to get distance C7 or 7B. It's all the same thing. So let me pick this distance. Then I'm going to stand at this point and describe an arc. Label this C7C. Next, I'm going to stand at C and open to B. Now B will be the same as A to be the same as 9 if you have to draw an arc through. Stand here and describe an arc too. We have this to be 8C. Next, I'm going to join it to the top. And these two lengths becomes the true length for these parts. Alright, so we have the true length now for the various parts. So let's start with the development. Now with the development, we have in this case we are given where the cutting plane is. So you are going to choose where you are going to start cutting from. You can start cutting from this point to this point, or from here to here. And then for this tutorial, we are going to start from A to 1. So mean the first line we are going to draw is line A1. But we know line A1, its true length from here is 7C, which is this. So let's start. So we begin by first drawing any line at all. Any line at all. Just draw this. Let me bring it down a bit. Next, I'm going to pick A1, which is C7 or 7C. I'm going to pick that distance. So I'll first mark any point on the line I've drawn. Now go to 7C and pick that distance. Right, I'm going to stand here and describe an arc. Right, so now we know this point. So we know this point to be point 1 and this point to be point A. Right, so now you are moving from 1 to 2. Now before you can move from 1 to 2, we need to also get the true length of this circle that's here. So you are going to do that by first finding the circumference of the circle. Then we divide it into 12 equal parts. Then we use each part for the arc distance here. Alright, so for the circumference, you have the formula to be pi d. Now d is given to us as 40 millimeters. So pi d will give us 125.6 millimeters. So you are going to draw that one. So any space on top here, this down. You need to measure 125.6. That's somewhere around there. So I'll draw my acute angle and I'll step off 12 equal distances. It's too faint. I'm going to step off 12 equal distances. Alright, so I'm going to number them 1, 2, 3. Then back to 12. So I'll join the last point to 12. Then I'll draw parallel lines. This is aligned. This is aligned. This end, let me use this end. And finally the last one. Alright, so now we have these divisions here representing each of the divisions over here. Now coming back to this point, you have point 1, you have point A. Now I'm moving on to point 2. Between 1 and 2 is one of these divisions. So I'm going to pick one of these divisions. Yes. Then I'll inscribe an arc. Now this is our point 2, but we need another arc to get the exact point 2. Now from A to 2 is the same as from C to 8. So you're going to get the true length of C8. I'm going to stand at A. I'm going to inscribe an arc. So where it intersects with the one I first drew, that point becomes my point 2. Then I'll join 2 to A with a straight line. Now I'm moving on. From 2 to 3 is the arc distance, which is here. So which is here. I'm going to pick one of these. I'm going to stand at 2 and inscribe an arc. Now from 3 to 2, sorry, from 3 to A is the same as from 8 to C, and the true length is here. So I'll pick the true length also here. I'm going to stand at A and describe an arc. So that arc now gives us point 3. I'm going to join 3 to A with a straight line. Alright, next I'm moving on to point 4. Now between 3 and 4 is this arc distance. So I'm going to get that one. So that's it. Stand at point 3 and describe an arc. Describe an arc. Now that's giving us point 4. Now from A to 4 here is the same as from 7 to C. I'm going to pick the true length 7C. I'm going to stand at A and describe an arc. So the intersection is going to give me point 4. I'm going to join point 4 to A with a straight line like this. Okay, this balance here. Now we have point 4 here. Now point 4 is also going to B, and we know from point 4 to B is the same as from point 7 to C, which is this true shape. So you're going to pick 7C. We have it already. I'm going to stand at point 4 and describe an arc. Stand at point 4 and describe an arc. Now A is moving to B with its distance. So you pick its distance. Okay, we already have it. You will stand at A. You will describe an arc. So where intersect gives us point B. We're going to join B. We're going to join B to A with a straight line. Then join from here 4 joins to B. Then you join B to also 4. Now moving on. From 4 we are moving on to 5. And for 5, the distance here, we go ahead and pick this division. Then we stand at 4. Then you describe an arc. That's for 5. And for 5, this distance is 8C. I'm going to pick line 8C. Yes. I'm going to stand at B and describe an arc. So that point gives us point 5. We will join to B. Next, I'm moving on to point 6. The distance between is this one. So you pick this. Stand at point 5 and describe an arc. And that gives us point 6. We'll join it to B. Next, we are going to 7. We need to get that distance. Okay, we have it already. We stand at 6 and describe an arc. Now we are trying to find point 7. 7 to be the same as 7 to C. I'm going to pick line 7C here. I'm going to stand at B and we square an arc. So that point of intersection give us point 7. Then we join 7 to B. Now 7 joins both B and C. And it joins C with the distance you have already picked. You are going to stand at 7 and you square an arc. Oh, sorry. I stand at 7. We square an arc. And the distance between B and C is a true length. So you're going to pick that length too. You stand at B and you square an arc. Now the place where the two arcs intersect becomes our point C. Then it goes on. Alright, so I'm going to do the rest of the points quickly and we move on. Alright, so at this point we are done getting all the points. So it starts from A, 1A and ends with 1A. Next, you are going to join them with a smooth freehand curve. So let me mark the point again. Somewhere here. So starting from here. Same thing to here. Then same thing to then finally I'm taking this. Alright, so that's how to draw the developed surface. Let me take this. Right. And we are done. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much.